how he got to the point that we know him, what are the things that trigger his own fears, his pain, his trauma, and also his relentless pursuit of justice.
This reimagining leans into themes of paranoia, perception, moral ambiguity. Like, how do these tonal shifts change Anna's role and make it more complex compared to the 1991 film?
I think that opening it up and really creating a very distinct storyline in which we explore her choices from the past, and also the way that then affects her family. It raises the stakes as far as what can be lost. It's her relationship, her family, her livelihood, her sense of self, even if the self is something she created. Like it creates such a high stake. And I do think as a woman too, sort of she trusts her instincts so innately, and then trying to convince the world to listen to her and that she's not imagining it. I think that's something a lot of women will also identify with.
You said that you needed to step out of the shadow of previous portrayals of Max. What have you discovered about his psychology that seems more uniquely modern and relevant to today's anxiety?
The fact that we have more information about him helped me big way in order to understand who he was and how he got to the point that we know him, what are the things that trigger his own fears, his pain, his trauma, and also his relentless pursuit of justice, of his kind of justice. So all of those things are fun to play with, and I don't know, I think it's modern, it's temporary in the sense that he manages a lot of manipulation on the information of the news and to manipulate people's opinion over the votings. And that's something that we are facing every day by social media.
Tom is portrayed as someone who's striving to be perfect. How does that pressure shape the cracks that we begin to see him as his story unfolds?
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of that was in the script, which is really helpful because then you can really, if you know you're going to fall apart, you try desperately not to, because no matter how hard I tried to keep it together, it was not going to stay together.
Yeah.
So that's always a great objective as an actor in terms of action. So it was really defining those moments early on, both in our marriage, as a dad, reaching out to your kids, trying to hold on and thinking that you've got it all together. And then, Max can find his way in there, but you've got to build up the other side. So all that sort of strive for perfection was exciting to play.
Can we talk a little bit about these young actors that you get to work with, Lily and Joe and Malia? Like, what has been your impression as you've been working with them?
The scenes I have with them, I was absolutely amazed by the quality of intention and attention that they had and freedom to play with. They were fearless. And I felt like, wow, I mean, being that young, and it was amazing. And they are fantastic in the show.
Really fantastic. And I think they have something that's really hard to learn, and that is like this engaged listening. And it I noticed this with Lily, the first scene I did with her specifically. And I had that moment where I sort of lose track of what I'm doing because I'm watching her. And I was doing a monologue and I was like, I'm so sorry I've messed up on your coverage. I just keep watching you. And she was so engaged and so active, and I could see this whole world in her eyes. And I had another moment with Joe and with Malia. I just, they were so inspiring, and also to watch them grow to sort of not only become these instinctive actors, but so technical and so competent, and they're just wonderful. Sorry, we all clearly love them because we're all just talking about them. They're all so good.
The listening is perhaps the hardest thing to do as an actor, and certainly as a younger actor, because nerves, your lines, your dialogue, what you're playing, all those intentions and actory things are very difficult to wrap your head around. That only comes with experience, because really at the end of the day, you just need to be open and responsive and listen. It's hard. I don't want to say at such a young age, but compared to us, sure, they are. They were kids. So yeah, that was really, really, really admirable. All three of them.
All three of them.
And watching the growth, because that's also a heavy lift. It's one thing to do crazy role in a few weeks, then you're gone, and then you talk about it a year later. But this was day in, day out, really, for these guys for, was it 5 months or so? I mean, it's full on 5-6 months.
Yeah.
And so their growth as actors, I can only imagine what that felt like for them, because watching it from our side was pretty inspiring.
Yeah.
Like the best acting boot camp ever. That's how I love to phrase it. It's magical. Every day I learn so much.
It was an incredible experience, obviously. I mean, like, what incredible people to work alongside and be part of a project with. I mean, it was just unbelievable from day one. I mean, the second that, like, I heard about the project and got to audition for it and heard all the names attached, I mean, they've all just been such inspiring people to me in my life. And the fact that I actually got to, like, work with them and alongside them and be in the same room as them is just like such an honor and a blessing. And I'll cherish it for a very long time.
How does Max Cady's return to her parents' life influence the trajectory of her character throughout the season?
In many ways, I think, from the start, Natalie sees things in a very structured way. And once she starts to kind of form a relationship with Max, I think it kind of blurs every line she thought she knew about her life. And it's that weird fate of understanding that your parents are flawed too, but in this circumstance, are the flaws something that she can overcome, or does she need to have more courage about her own identity and her independence? And then, she's also trying to be very mature about things, but at the end of the day, and is a kid and being manipulated and pulled in so many different directions.
This version of Cape Fear really touches on like contemporary anxieties, like misinformation, social media, manipulation. How do those ideas influence your character, Zach, in the series?
Wow. I mean, they influence him a lot. I mean, a lot of his storyline is based around technology and the strange world we live in today, where everything's shared and nothing's private anymore, no matter how hard you try. For Zach specifically, the modern world hasn't treated him very well from the beginning. And I think he struggles with that throughout the series. And I think that theme that's ongoing in the show, really is kind of right at the core of his character.
So Cape Fear has like a pretty long legacy. When you heard you got the role, Joe, did you immediately go and watch the first like 2 versions of the film?
I watched the first 2 versions of the film before I auditioned, actually. So the second I got the audition, I watched both of them because I hadn't actually heard of Cape Fear until I got the audition, and then I watched both movies. I was just such blown away by what a dark, incredible, twisted, intense, psychological world Cape Fear is. And it was amazing to be able to watch both of those incredible movies and then sort of use or try and contain some of that energy in whatever audition I was trying to present to all these incredible people.